Welcome to Mystic Moons. This is a collective reading in which, rather than seeing what's coming, let's go and take a look at what's happening right now. Maybe some of this stuff will be obvious, maybe some of it won't be. This reading, I'm not going to do it for all 12 signs. So I'm just going to be doing it for the general collective. So this reading may or may not resonate. Go and take what does. And of course, as you know, leave the rest behind. As I'm going to be pulling on one message. I'm also going to be opening up the floor to anyone who would like a personal reading. I'll be available. Where I am, it is lunchtime. And I am taking a little break. I thought, why not go and take a break doing this? I'm actually in the midst of making a book bag. And with this book bag, I'm going to make it like a cat Decepticon bag. It's only going to be big enough for one cat. But this, I have my idea. My idea is this bag that I've had for eons. I think I got this bag for $5 from Old Navy. And I got it a long time ago. I've carried so many things in it. And I actually found out this bag is perfect too, that when you're traveling online, when you're traveling on the plane or on the bus, you go in grocery shopping. I mean, like, this size is actually pretty convenient. But I'm going to put a cat in it. And in fact, I did test out one of my biggest cat in it, and he exasperated some holes that were already in here. But this is my idea. And then I had a bunch of pants, blue jeans. Some of them are 100% cotton. Some of them have elastic or viscose or polyester. Some of them are a little bit of a mix. But for this one, I'm using 100% cotton denim. And I cut the pants apart. But anyway, that's what I'm working on. So I should be done with it today. But that's why I'm not going to do a longer reading, because I want to finish this today. This bag, this is a small packet. I already have the back all done. And because it's going to hold a cat, I have 2 pieces of denim and I have a sweatshirt piece in between. But this is the back. I'm actually quite proud of it. It looks quite nice, I think. It's big enough for one cat. And inside, I have the little, so that they can't jump out, I'm going to make a little tether right here. But I put that in lighter color so that in case it's dark or whatever, I can see where it is. A pocket just in case. I mean, book bag should have a pocket. But yeah, this is the back. So that's what I'm working on in between. So that's why only one collective message for right now, because I want to finish that. And even you may have seen on my regular readings, I have this as a background. Well, Georgie, I don't have, I'm here looking for donations for my readings. I'm not looking to go and buy anything, Georgie. I'm looking for donations, not for extra streams to spend my money. Oh, you'll donate the material? Really? Oh, that would be wonderful. I would appreciate that. Send me an email, Georgie. Send me an email. But yes, that's what, even like this, for instance, this bottom here, this is actually a pouch bag, but I actually have it as a magic portal too. I've been doing quite a number of ceremonies and charging it, but for the cat bag, I'm also going to take strips of denim and make it so that you can just stick your finger in, but not a cat paw can go through. And then I also sew this with nylon thread so it has durability and it also has some structure to it, but that's what I'll do with the, out of the tan material. Yes. Anyway, hi, Thomas, right? Thomas. Hi, Thomas. Nice to see you too. But yeah, this is the project that I'm working on right now. I should be done with it shortly. These are going to be the straps. And then the smaller pocket in the front, I'm going to have it so that you can roll it down, and for the cat, they can get air. But if I'm not using it to put a cat in, I can just still, use it as a book bag. And also too, if I don't want them to be necessarily seen, I can still zip it up or leave it open, but it'll still have the rigidity that the air will go through. But that's the idea. Anyway, it's a project that I've been working on. I'm almost done with it. Going to take a little break, as I said, and pull some messages for you. This one, as I said, is what's happening now. What are the things that are being overlooked that perhaps, or maybe they're not being overlooked, maybe it'll all be very clear if this message resonates. Either way, I just wanted to go and see what message can I share. Let's see, what cards will I use? I'm going to use my favorite cards. 1 second. I'm going to use these. Okay. For these, I'm going to use my favorite. And my cat is all ready. He says meow, meow. He should be very happy I'm making him a backpack that I could take him everywhere with me. So let's see what's happening now. Although I said I would do this as a collective reading and not by zodiac, I think I am going to pull three messages of what's happening now. And we'll take a look at those. What's happening now? 9 of Cups and Ace of Swords. First of all, this can go either 2 ways, but we'll take a closer look and explore it. Somebody could have made a decision about you that will make you happy, right? That's the most basic or the most general reading message that I get here. However, with 9 of Cups and Ace of Swords, this energy is also a little odd. Like, really, the power to be happy is always in your hands. The power to be happy, no matter what is going on, no matter what it is you're working on, no matter where it is you want to go, the power to be happy is always in your hands and your perception. Not sure how I feel about that message personally, but that's sort of what I'm getting here as well. Someone could be coming to making a decision that will make you happy, but at the same time, it's like you can be happy regardless, as long as you decide to be. We'll find out more about that Nine of Cups. So let's get another message here. What's happening now? Five of Cups. Inaction. It also feels like plans that may be coming up, but just are not coming up fast enough, are not moving fast enough. Things are not moving fast enough. Opportunities are not coming fast enough. Things are being slept on. Life is going by. So it's perceived, so it's felt. Five of Cups. Five of Cups are reality. Well, Five of Cups isn't the full reality. Five of Cups is focusing on, let's say, not your losses, but let's say the bigger picture. Ironic that this accompanies the Nine of Cups, where you could choose to make yourself happy. So let's get another message. Right. Right. I mean, no matter what's going on, we can still choose whether to be happy with each day that we have, be happy for the blessings, small or large, that are around us. The third message I have of what's happening now is a Page of Cups. I am typically not fond of pages just because they're such small energy. They can bring forth big change, but they could also retract that change too. They could fall apart. They're not stable. But of course, anything in its beginning stages wouldn't be stable. Anyway, I have a Page of Cups here with the World and Temperance. Some sort of, someone's going to invite you to hop onto a new planet, a new chapter, a new view, perhaps a new group, perhaps a new location. You're going to be invited to switch things up in a way that it feels like will not entirely be planned. It's aligned to perhaps overall what you want or where you want to go and what you want to do. I don't think it's going to be exactly what you planned on. It's going to be something different. Different enough. Well, Georgie, this is what I believe. I believe that the more we keep our hands to ourselves, our legs closed, and our pants up, a whole lot less problems are generated right there. And one of the things that really, 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 really creeps me out is like when people offer, like they're eating something and then they offer you a little bit of that, like, their saliva and whatnot is in it. Like maybe they're a spoon and they eat olives and they offer you something. I think that's gross. Like, or if they take a sip of something and then they offer you that. I mean, it's also like could be seen as an indirect kiss, which I think that's also what they're going for. But or they're eating chips with their hands and they put their hands in it and you could tell that they put their saliva on their fingers and then they reach back in the potato bag or the chip bag and then they offer you that. Oh my God, does that make my skin crawl? So, we don't even have to go as far as what you're implying. It's like just somebody offering you a bag of open chips is gross. A sip of their drink that they already drank out of is gross. Like, I mean, I'm the type of person that when I meet like a cat, for instance, I love cats. And it doesn't matter if that cat is a bad cat, an old cat, a young cat, a fat cat, I mean, a cat on the street, a cat in the home. I love cats. And when I see them, I love their little whiskers and I love the little nose and I love the little ears. And I actually go and give them kisses. Like I do kiss cats. And I probably shouldn't. So, probably by that moniker, I will probably share as well. Most likely, like on the law of averages, I probably do have worms. I think so. But then again, you think about it. Out of every 10 people, 7 people have worms, parasites. And you can get that by pets. You can get that by eating out at a restaurant. You can get that by eating with your bare hands outside without washing it. You can get that by unwashed food or food not taken care of properly, which goes also back to eating out. You can get that by meat and seafood. I mean, there's various different ways that you can go and, get parasites, get worms. So, I think that there are a lot grosser things that are out there that you don't even have to go and, as I said, do those actions. But definitely, I think the key to success is that. Keep your legs closed, keep your pants up, keep your hands to yourself. And, ew to all the people who even offer you, some of their shared food and shared drink, especially when they're strangers or they sort of are trying to go and like become closer or more friendly or something with you. It's like, ew. Anyway, yeah, that's my personal like pet peeve. And it literally nauseates me. So that's my contribution, Georgie. And then, as I said, you could just think about it. Out of every 10 adults, every 10 people, 7 people have worms, which is why you should go and cleanse yourself regularly. That's why you should also eat raw garlic regularly. You should eat turmeric regularly. You should drink apple cider vinegar regularly. What else can you do? You can go and take raw grated carrots and beets and add that to your food. And also, too, food grade diatomaceous earth, I believe it's called. I always write it. I don't really say the word. But food grade diatomaceous earth, you can go and put that in a smoothie. You can have that in water. It actually tastes kind of chalkish. It's not that great, but I think if you eat a lot of it, it kind of is like, But you can also bake with that. Like you can put that into your pancakes. You can put that into your breads. You can definitely go and add diatomaceous earth into your smoothies, your blenders. I wouldn't really add it to soup and things like that because it's gritty, right? It's definitely earth. But those ways are the natural way to go and take care of worms. Oh, and also too, tone down on the sweet things. If you are craving sweet, then it's probably because also too you have a worm. Anyway, I don't know how we got onto worm conversations. Oh yes, you were talking about herpes. Yeah, and then as I said, if people just kept their pants up, legs closed, zipper up, hands to themselves. It's so creepy. And I think there's some weird statistic, isn't it? Like there's a large number of people that have that as opposed to not. I mean, you should just go and have people tested and they offer you, think about it again, they offer you their chips and stuff like that. Ew. I don't know. Now I'm officially creeped out. I'm also thinking about parasites and worms. Incidentally, I happen to be low on diatomaceous earth, which is why I said most likely I probably have worms. I haven't really been eating any garlic either. Maybe I should do a reading. Do I have worms? Let's find out. This is a good message, but I'll just rename it something else. I'll call it Chat with Georgie. Let's see, Georgie. We'll do a reading for me. Do I have worms? I'm curious now. Oh, Ace of Cups. Ace of Wands. Oh my God. I must be riddled with worms. Oh, that's a shame. Let's see. 9 of Wands. Nine of I think I do. Well, that was probably why I needed to do this reading, to find out if I had worms. I would say from doing this, most likely, I need to deworm myself. If anybody else would like a reading, hello, Yellow Rose. About anything. Many things one can find out if you think about it. I was not entirely thinking of that, but I guess I better go on, eat some diatomaceous earth, and I guess I better eat some raw garlic and eat some grated raw carrots. Because probably with the cats I've been kissing, it looks like I have some worms. I could do a reading as well and see if the general population, the collective reading, has worms. We could do that too. But, well, this thing is already de-evolved into something a little gross. Let's do that, okay? I'm going to now do a collective reading. Should I do it by zodiac sign? Now I'm intrigued. A zodiac sign reading. Do you have parasites? I'm going to do that. Yellow Rose, we're going to check out, based on Georgie's kind of cringy conversation. Let's find out who has worms. Let's see, who will we start off with? We'll start off with Capricorn. Capricorn, how does your gut feel? Capricorn, it's going to be short readings. Do you have parasites, Capricorn? Overall, now, of course, take these messages as they resonate, right? I would say from the reading I gave myself, I definitely have some parasites. But it's not unexpected. Let's go and see Capricorn. Do you have worms? 5 of Pentacles, 8 of Swords. Well, the idea of having worms is something that you don't want to pay attention to. You have other things on your mind. But let's go and get a few more. Death. The Emperor. Okay, Capricorn. So if you have parasites, if you have worms, I would say that right now you have other things more important or more pressing on your mind to focus upon that question. However, Capricorn, if you took a look and if you thought about it, and if you investigated a little bit, Capricorn, I would say you also have worms. Capricorn, go and get out. Also, black walnut, I believe, takes care of worms. Willow also takes care of worms, and something else. Of course, flax seeds, right? Roughage. Tone down on the sweets. Everybody has to stop eating sweets. Okay, but Capricorn, it looks like if you take a look into whether or not you have worms, you're going to find some, but you'll take action. Let's go on to the next collective. We'll go on to Taurus. Taurus, do you have parasites? 3 of Swords. That's not a very enticing idea. An enticing prospect, Taurus. I understand. I have 9 of Pentacles. Okay, this is like, maybe I should just end this reading, but I'll just continue. Not everything has to be serious, and not everything has to be on love or work or money. Taurus, I feel like the idea of if you have parasites or not is extremely distasteful for you. However, Taurus, I think that you think about your eating habits, Taurus. Taurus, are you indulging in the tasties? And if you are indulging in the tasties, well, you know, worms do control they control our sleep rhythms, and they also do affect the kind of food we eat. We eat more sweet things, more oily things, more tasty things, more things that the worms like to eat. And Taurus, I think that you have been feeding your parasites quite well. In the tower, I think you got worms too, Taurus. And I think you've been feeding them quite well. However, Taurus, you will also take action and get rid of them. Let's go off to Virgo. Virgo, do you have parasites? Now, of course, this is a collective reading. Take it as it resonates. Go and, you know, just cleanse yourself. It's always healthy. Always healthy to go and get rid of the parasites. That's a no-brainer. Virgo, I want to take this, but I can't reach it. There we go. Chariot. Justice. This is interesting energy, Virgo. Virgo, I wonder if you're already on the case. Virgo, I wonder if you're already on the case of knowing about parasites and how they're how you could get them. And if you're already there going, well, I'm only going to eat at this sort of restaurant, or if I eat out, I'm going to extra wash all my fruits and veg. Oh, I just remembered this video. There's a videos online where they have blueberries. And if you put the blueberries in vinegar, and if you wait a minute, worms come crawling out of fresh blueberries. They're all over YouTube, but they're like blueberry worms, berry worms. You put them in a little bit of vinegar and they come out literally in 5 minutes. I've done it. It's gross, and they're in blueberries. Anyway, outside of that, go and look up that video, the blueberry worm video. That's so horrible. I think they're in strawberries too, but especially blueberries. Anyway, Virgo, it looks like you are already on the case. And while some of you may have parasites, I feel like you guys are so much on the case that you probably already go and take precautions, and you're just, cleaning them up. So let's go and check out. Oh, not at all, Georgie. Georgie, I would have never thought of doing a reading on parasites if it wasn't for you. Now I could do a collective reading. Of course, this is not health advice. I do want to make that disclaimer, just like on the politics and the politicians, all of this is just purely for entertainment purposes. I don't know anybody. I don't know anything. And the same thing with this. I'm not making health advice or recommendations. I am not a certified doctor. All those disclaimers, right? Obviously, this is purely for entertainment. But I would have never gotten the idea of doing a reading on parasites. Not exactly where I want to take it, but I consider myself a very fluid person. And I think that's an interesting one. And actually, I have studied parasites and worms for a while. For a time period, I did all my research papers on parasites because the statistics of people that have them are so alarming. And then you talk about the signs that you could have them are also, well, quite resounding. Let's continue on to parasites. Who will we do next? So we did earth signs. Let's do air signs. We're going to start with Aquarius. Aquarius, do you have parasites? Do you have worms, Aquarius? Aquarius, let's go and find out if you have worms. The thought of having worms, Aquarius, must distress you quite a bit. Understandable. Nobody wants to be uh, a breeding ground for a microcosm that is having fiesta inside your gut. The thought of it really, really must upset you, Aquarius, overall. I understand. Remember, Aquarius, I put myself in the fire first with if I had worms and I got Ace of Cups. Then I had Ace of Wands. I would almost be a little humiliated, but I find it. I can laugh at myself. So it's fine. Now, Aquarius, I invite you to laugh at yourself as well. And the thought and investigate whether or not you have worms. 9 of Swords. Nine of Swords gets a 9 of Cups. Oh, Aquarius, when was the last time you cleansed your gut? Seriously. Aquarius, I think it's been a long time since you have thought about the idea that there are parasites and worms in your intestines. And I think they've been living there for quite a long time, Aquarius, and very comfortable. I think they feel quite nurtured with the diet and the conditions you give them, Aquarius. Also, too, Aquarius, think of this. One thing about having worms as well, worms, they're ours. Go and look it up. Look up the details of worms, Aquarius. They should, you like to read things, go read things. Read things about worms. And when worms, also, if you are up at night, like basically when you start getting into the symptoms of worms, and if you have them, I mean, like all those things could probably apply to a lot of people, but it's worth investigating. And Aquarius, if you've been up at night or you've been fidgety, also worms can affect, seriously, I'm not joking at all. Having parasites can affect our peace of mind, our stability, and how well we're able to relax. Because the worms want to urge the host to keep on eating the food they like. They call it a symbiotic relationship for a reason. The worms have you as a host. The worms want to make you into a comfortable host. And Aquarius, it looks like you are quite the comfortable host to the parasites inside of you. Dewormer, Aquarius, as I said, there is also dandelion. If you have dandelion greens, that will also liver cleansing greens, liver cleansing herbs will also help as well. The whole thing is to make yourself untasty. Easiest way, of course, is raw garlic, because I've done it with my cats. Raw garlic, turmeric, and carrots. And of course, the diatomaceous earth. That's like the most painless way. But you eat a lot of it. If you eat a lot of it, keep in mind it could make you, another, again, it's not medical advice, but if you eat a lot of diatomaceous earth, you have to drink a lot of water, otherwise you'll become constipated if you're not used to it. So, take everything in moderation. Just be aware that there is a high probability that we have parasites. And Aquarius, it looks like you are a very comfortable host to your parasites. It doesn't have to be that way, Aquarius. Libra. Do you have parasites? Libra, are you on the case as well? What odd energy, Libra. I feel like Libra, for some of you in the collective, you are on the case about all the ways that one can catch worms. One can grow worms, one can eat worms, worms can get inside of you, and you're there going, no kissing cats, no eating out at restaurants, My fruits and vegetables are washed in the vinegar and baking soda, rinsed, washed, and soaked. In the baking soda and vinegar rinse. Libra, it feels like a portion of you are on the case as well, like Virgo. I salute you. But I am a little curious. With that Magician, also feels like it go a little either way. It doesn't feel like 100% for the collective. You were there getting rid of the worms. Feels like some of you are, and some of you have worms. It's like a 60-40 kind of energy. Some of you Libras are quite fastidious, and because of your habits, you are not a host for parasites. And some of you just are maybe a little party ground. Check it out. Again, not medical advice. We're just taking a look into what the spirits say about worms and being host. Let's see. So we did Gemini. Gemini, ever expansive and giving. Gemini, do you overall in your collective, do you have parasites? Let's find out. Page of Cups. Seven of Swords and Tower. Gemini, you are sweet to everybody, including to the parasites. Gemini, I think if you took a look into whether or not you have parasites, if there is a party going on in your gut without your knowledge, and a household and so forth, I think you do have worms, Gemini. But those germs, not germs, I think you have worms. But those worms, Gemini, I don't think they're readily obvious to you. But they're there. If you dig a little bit, Gemini, you will find out that there are parasites also in your gut. Okay, so far we have two signs. Well, one sign that is pretty much on the case, another sign that's almost pretty much on the case. And the rest is kind of a no. Who should we do next? Should we do fire signs? Should we do water signs? Let's do water signs. I got a Scorpio. We're going to start up with Scorpio. Scorpio, do you have a party going on in your gut? The world. The Emperor. Why so tasty? Huh. Actually, Scorpio, it looks like you may have waves of parasites that maybe come by. But Scorpio, I think because of your habits and the things you eat, etc., 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 Scorpio, I think you send them packing. Think Scorpio, worms try to colonize themselves in you, and you get rid of them through your habits. You're on the case. This is not Wormville. This is Scorpioville. Scorpio, you look pretty good there. Let's go and check out. Let's check out Pisces. Pisces. I know it's a harsh truth, but Pisces, let's go and see if, or let's see the energy of if you have parasites in your gut. Pisces, no. The Emperor. That Emperor is just going, hi, I am Emperor. I am here. Pisces, I think that if you have parasites, you are aware of the possibility of having them and you are getting rid of them on a regular basis. Pisces, I'd say you're also pretty much on the case about the transmission and how you obtain worms in your gut, and you just, you take the precautions, you take the actions, you take the herbs, you take the the supplements, you do whatever, right? You take the teas, you eat the sweet and you eat the bitter, Pisces, and you are on the case. No parasites. If they make their way inside of your gut, Pisces, no parasites will remain. Cancer. Cancer, do you have parasites? The Fool, do you care? Cancer, Cancer flag. I got more important things to do than worry about if I have parasites in my gut. Understood, Cancer. Got that Emperor again. What is this? The season of the Emperor? Yeah, Cancer, I would say in your case, you definitely feel like you have more important things to pay attention to, more relevant things to pay attention to than if you have parasites in your gut. However, I think there are also kind of waves, like maybe you may get something, but I do think because of your habits, Cancer, you get rid of them. I don't think they stay for very long. But I also think primarily, Cancer, you're just off doing your own thing. You got more important things to worry about than, if this was washed properly or, don't kiss the cat or the dog. If you are hungry, you're going to eat at that restaurant. If that cat is cute, you're going to kiss the cat. But I also think you go and get rid of the worms. Let's go. Scorpio, I did Cancer, I did Pisces. We're on fire. Fire signs. This is not roasting fire signs. This is just an energy exploration into sponsored by Georgie's very the topic of things that make us kind of ick, right? Or icky things. And then I was there thinking about parasites. That led me to a reading on parasites. And then I thought, well, since I'm thinking about doing a reading on parasites, I might as well see about myself. Why not? If I feel like pulling cards, I can certainly pull cards for myself. And sob. It looks like I have worms, fire signs. It's a shame, fire signs. I'm going to have to go and change my diet around fire signs. Because I certainly am not going to stop kissing cats. It's kind of funny when I say that because I have a cat that specifically wakes me up by licking my mouth. She's like, I'm hungry. I'm hungry. Then she licks my lips, but she does that because she's hungry. She's like, feed me. I want to move my mouth and eat. Then she goes and washes my face, but she's there like, in my eyes. She's like, open your eyes and feed me. I have another cat who, when I got her, what was it, that cat? No, it's, was it her or someone else? I forgot now which cat because I kind of stopped it. It took a while for me to stop it. I think it was my boy. Anyway, there were kids in the household of where I got one of my Siamese. And apparently this kid loved to go and give my cat kisses. So she would always kiss, but she'd try and kiss like, excuse me, with like her tongue like in your, like on your lips or in your lips. And obviously that little kid did it. And it took the longest time for me to stop the cat from doing it. Like you'd be talking and then the cat would come up and go like, lick. The things that little kids do. I think little kids with puppies and cats are really sweet because they're going to go and give them so much attention and love. But then the kids like kiss the creatures all over. And then the creatures come home with you and they're like, kiss, 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 kiss. And of course you get worms. Anyway, fire signs. Let's start off with Sagittarius. Sagittarius, do you have worms? For entertainment purposes, of course. I'm not a medical professional, obviously. Just taking a look, Sagittarius. If you have parasites, Sagittarius, I also think for a portion of you, you don't really care if you have parasites or not. You got also more important things to do. But I think it's worth looking into, Sagittarius. I do think you have a little colony of life in your intestines. It's worth looking into, Sagittarius. I don't think they'll be there for that long. I think they have been there so far for a period of time. Long enough for the original colonizers to go and have babies. Not the kind of propagation you were expecting, Sagittarius, I know. All right. Let's see. Leo, I know. But Leo, I looked for myself and you saw that I have worms too. Leo, maybe you don't have any worms. Let's go and check out. Will the Leo collection, does the Leo collection have parasites? Let's see. Ace of Swords. Well, now you're thinking about it. The Moon, you don't know. King of Pentacles. Leo, have you been thinking about parasites in your gut health? I don't know if you have been, but now you certainly are. Now you will find out, Leo, and I feel like you will take care of the problem, the issue. But it does feel like you haven't really thought about whether or not you have worms or parasites. But it's a mystery that you are not afraid to go and find out the result of, Leo. That's the way to go, Leo. King of Pentacles. You'll take care of the issue and the results, and you will be vigilant from this video onwards. Good energy, Leo. I also like too, Leo, how the energy there didn't really say if you had worms, didn't really say if you didn't have worms. It's like, it's my business. I know about it. Get out. Like that was like the energy. I like that energy. That was nice. Let's see. Aries. Do you have parasites, Aries? Aries, did you click on this video and, I don't know, take the timeline all the way to Aries to find out if you have parasites or not? Sometimes a light reading is fun, right, Leo? Or Aries? Everybody. Something to think about. I mean, I didn't think about whether or not actively if I had parasites or not. Maybe you did not think of that either. Anyway, Aries, do you have parasites? Let's go and see what the energy has. King of Cups. Oh, it looks like somebody is, as you are enjoying life and yummy food, Aries, something else is enjoying life and yummy food with you. Ten of Cups. Oh, Aries. An Emperor. I have Emperor yet again. I'm now almost seeing Emperor as like the worm card. But of course, Aries is Emperor energy. Or excuse me, Emperor is Aries energy. Aries, I think there's a pretty good chance that you have parasites as well. Aries, look into it. Look into it. Take some steps to go and cleanse out your gut, because I feel like you definitely are a hosting ground. And don't feel bad, Aries. As I said, I put myself on there. I'm like, I definitely have. I have worms. I have to go and now take steps to go and get rid of them. You know, I wish I got the Ace of Cups and Ace of Wands on something else. If I was doing a reading for myself. There's lots of other things I would like the Ace of Cups and Ace of Wands to be on. Not necessarily on the question of, do I have parasites? But, you know, cards have spoken. And the energy that I've interpreted. I hope for those of you that have joined me on this video, I hope you enjoyed it. I did. It's funny. What else can be as funny as this? Only a shame I didn't title it before I did the live. Things that are gross. As I said, inspired by our Georgie. Things that are gross and creep you out, and do you have worms? I'd almost title this that. Maybe I will. I'll just put, do you have parasites? I wonder when I started doing the reading. I probably started doing the reading on parasites maybe 15 or 10 minutes in. Anyway, it looks like a lot of us have gut health that we have to attend to, which is good. You know, there's the health we take and the cleansing we take externally. We definitely should put that internally. But some of us more than others. Anyway, I'm going to sign off here. I would offer it for readings, but I think I'm just going to end it, title it, you know, the parasites. Do you have parasites? I will find the timestamp on this. I mean, no one needs to hear the grand philosophy of you keep your, pants on and legs closed and hands to yourself. That cuts down on a world of problems. But parasites is everywhere. They even have worms in the eyes. You can have worms in your eyes. You can also have worms in your mouth. You can have worms in your blood. You can have worms everywhere, seriously. Ringworms, worms in your... Well, they say ringworms is a fungus. Isn't that what they say? I have not gotten ringworm, but I have taken in a cat that had ringworm, and someone else was taking care of that cat, and that cat was almost dying, and that person got ringworm from the cat. It was like, ooh. Got rid of the ringworm pretty quickly, I think within a week. But yeah, the cat had ringworm, and then like a day later or something like that, when we realized it was already too late. And the cat was so... It was a little kitten. The cat was so such in bad shape that you actually had to like hold her to you. Like she had to feel your heartbeat because she was fading. She wasn't responsive. And the only way that she would become responsive and things like that was literally, well, there was another woman who said, like, if a cat is failing or if an animal is failing, if you can, a baby, put it in your bra so that it can hear your heartbeat like a mother. So, not to dissuade anybody from picking up, working with creatures and animals because you may get ringworm, but yeah, I did not get one, but I know someone who did. And that could have been me, actually, if I wasn't working. So I guess I should have been glad I was working. That would have definitely been me. I would have been the one with it. Anyway, until the next reading, everybody, I am wishing you the most wonderful day. I will be back probably with another reading as well. Get rid of those parasites, everybody. Bye-bye.